Think about, like, if you can get, like, all these teams are talking about their structure and this and that. And once again, fellas, glad Noodles is not here. Imagine if there was, like, elite goaltending. Like, we're talking about Dan Vladar securing up the goaltending position for the Philadelphia Flyers. Imagine if you got an elite guy in there, which there's none left. And I was talking to a bunch of people at the juniors about the goaltending in the NHL, and it's just there used to be 12 to 15 superstar goaltenders in the league, and now there's what? 2?
Yeah, and I mean Shesterkin's hurt now. Hellebuck, unfortunately, he's carried them too much, and his numbers.
He's out of gas.
He's out of gas, and he had the injury, and I don't know if he came back too soon. They lost again. They had that game last night in Vegas.
Dude.
They lose to Vegas. That's 10 losses in a row.
Dude, they're in trouble, man. Like,
they're
mentally.
dead last
I
in the
heard
league.
Cole Perfetti saying, like, we deserve, like, they're starting to say stuff like we deserve to win a bunch of these, and it's tough to listen
moral
to.
Victory time, and like the division's gone clearly because Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota are so far gone. It's scary. Can they get into a wild card race? You know, technically they can because the West isn't that good.
But Jonas, what's your breakdown? And Frankie, you've done some of these games, so maybe you can weigh in after Jonas comes up with a stat pack. What is your breakdown of what's happened to the Jets? Because they won the President's Trophy last year. Like, is Nick Ehlers the best player in the world where they lost him and all of a sudden they're the worst? Talk to me, Jonas.
Come on, Jonas. Chat GP Jonas.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think there's some similarities to here with the team where it's an older team. They lose a star. I mean,
is Ehlers a star? He's a good player.
He's not on Marner level, but you
star.
take him away, older team. And like some of the underlying numbers with them, I don't to bring that up, but they were like alarm bells going off.
President's Trophy winners, alarm bells?
But defensively, they didn't give up anything last year.
Right,
and Hellebuck was phenomenal.
Yeah, older team.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. It's like President's Trophy to dead last in the league in January. This isn't 10 games into the season.
Well, unlike
I guess 40 games in. They're
Lowry
dead last.
is playing, I guess, as their second line center.
That's an issue.
Well, they don't have a second line.
Right.
Second
The
line has been a
hasn't-
huge issue for
right.
them. Nemesnikov's given them hardly anything. You know, Perfetti isn't going to drive your line, and Jonathan Taves hasn't been able to really fill that void.
They have one line.
Right, they have one line, and you lost 2 players last year, and you couldn't really replace them. You lost Ehlers, and you lost Mason Appleton. And it doesn't seem like much, but it is a lot. And to go with that, like the Jets were always just hard to play against, right? Like they would wear you down, they would grind you down. They don't do that anymore. They give up chances. They don't have that extra gear that they found offensively last year. It's tough, man. Like I don't know how much more Hellebuck can carry them. I think you're right, Hayes, but when you lose the essence of what your team is, hard to play against, I mean, that's the dam breaks pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're 10 points out of a playoff spot. Like it's over.
That's too far.
Yeah, it's gone. It's too much. You're done. You're in too deep of a dark place right now.